This regulation, for the benefit of those who haven't had an opportunity to read it, responds to changes made to birth certificate laws following the passage of the Equality LGBTIQA+ amendment. It demonstrates the real issue of fiddling with basic identity documents such as birth certificates. Because the situation we now have is that if you want to change sex on a birth certificate, it is a simple administrative process which does not necessarily correspond to a biological reality. In other words, the government's legislation has broken birth certificates. They have become meaningless documents in terms of identification. And of course, then we start to think, what else should we be changing in birth certificates? I think I know a couple of people who'd like to be able to just go to Service New South Wales and go, I'm changing my age. It's my 25th birthday next week. Who'd like to come? There'd be others who'd like to put their age up. They want to become 18 so that they can drink legally. I know this sounds fanciful, but 5 years ago, would we thought that we would be standing here saying, oh, choose your own adventure when it comes to sex on your birth certificate? This is rather an extraordinary regulation, though, because the regulation tells us that in classifying a prisoner as male or female, it is not necessary that the decision is consistent with one or more of the following: the sex of the inmate recorded in a birth certificate or other identity document, the gender identity of the inmate expressed by the inmate, or the external physical sex characteristics of the inmate. And we have decision makers told to ignore the expressed gender identity of the offender, ignore the birth certificate, ignore external sexual characteristics, and just make up their own mind. It just doesn't make sense to most people. Birth certificates are important documents. They should mean something. What are we saying to people about what is it to be male or female? What are we saying about gender identity? Something is necessary, but the fact that something is necessary indicates how broken our laws have become because of the work of this government.